So I had said that Kid and Law versus Big Mom was the best fight in Wano just 2 days ago. I say a lot of things in a moment. I take that back, right? The fights that I think that are above that in the Wano arc are only two, actually. Okay, I think when Luffy, Zoro, Law, Kid, King jumped them boys, Kaido and Big Mom. Right? I want to say the N word, but I can't. Anyways, when they got jumped by the worst generation, that was actually, in my opinion, the best fight in Wano. Next after that, I actually say when Odin Sama ran up on Kaido and was giving him light work because it was nothing until Kaido's forces cheated. I actually think that was up there as well. And then third is obviously now the Big Mom versus Kid and Law. That is my favorite so far. And somebody commented, by the way, there's no hate. There's no hate. I read you guys' comment and I make videos. Don't confuse me with the old Lee that's aggressive and angry. Anyways, someone said, "Nah, man, Zoro's fight's the best." On my reaction to 1066, I gave one of these shrugs, and I was like, "Nah, man, you just don't like Zoro." And I have to put that down. I don't actually have any issue with Zoro. It's just when it comes now, this is gonna be controversial. This is gonna be controversial. When it comes to actual fighting, you will hardly hear me rank a Zoro fight because I don't really think Zoro's actual fighting is memorable. I think Zoro's lines and deliveries are memorable. So, for example, his actual fight with King is not impressive to me. I already know what Zoro's going to do. He's going to slash you up and he's going to call it something, right? What's impressive or the things that are memorable is the shit talk that he'll say to somebody. Like, "Oh, I'm the king of hell then," right? Because King kept asking this dude, you think you a king? Oh, you think you a king?" And he's obviously fighting a king. He's like, "I'll be the king of hell. I'll be the king of hell." And nothing happened, you know, or "I'll cut you." He has a lot of one-liners or two-liners that I think is absolute fire. So his moments for me is 100% S tier in terms of how memorable it is. But the actual fights, I'm going to like someone like Luffy fighting way more just because of the dynamics of the fights, all the things that Luffy is thinking of. Luffy tends to be a little bit more in your face, constant. I don't know. I find that when Zoro fights a lot, he's also thinking. He's a little bit more of a cerebral fighter. He's like, "Yo, I tried to come this way, but that shit wasn't working." Then he has a flashback to his best friend and his journey or something. And he starts talking shit to his swords like he Dr. Octavius. "Listen to me. Listen to me." And then gets back into the fight. So that's just why. There's another little caveat that's mentally, and this is always going to affect me. Oftentimes before I get to a Zoro fight, as of now, you guys hype it up. It's the same thing that happened to Kaido. Anytime characters are excessively hyped up for me, or a fight or episode is hyped up, I generally won't be that excited because of that expectation. I've actually posted a video about it that I usually like bad movies, or I often like bad movies like Black Adam, Matrix 4, because my expectations are so low going into it that I'm always pleasantly surprised. So, like when Kaido first showed up, and I didn't freak out when Kaido came, folks said, "Oh my god, that was Kaido." And you looked at it like it was nothing. You didn't even react. I was like, "Yeah, I don't know." They said he's the strongest Yonko, the world's strongest creature, whatever they said. That don't mean nothing to me. I gotta see what he does. When I got introduced to Big Mom, like no one really hyped her up. And when I read my comment section, I can actually see that people are surprised they big me up because there's not a lot of Big Mom fans. So I got to enjoy her journey unbiasedly without anybody nudging me in any direction. And I really like her, and she's my favorite emperor. So, anyways, I ran on a long rant and kind of missed the point. But I tend to like even like the group fights better. So when I say I like Kid Law versus Big Mom more than Zoro versus King, it's not even fair. Look at the fights I compared it to. Listen to all my favorite fights. I said Luffy and them when they jumped Big Mom and Kaido, okay? And I mentioned Odin, right? Because he came with the 9, right? And they was fighting a massive group of forces, and it was just 9 of them, right? Or 10 of them. So it's always the fights I'm even ranking are the group fights. So if Zoro, Zoro's losing to those dynamics, then I think y'all can see that it's not me hating on Zoro. It's like, yo, I like the group action. I'm gonna go to Naruto real quick. One of the reasons that I like Lee and I like Lee fights the best is because Lee don't have no conversations with people. He's not sitting here like, you don't even understand. I don't got no chakra. And this is what I had to do. This is what I had to learn so I can body you. This dude Lee is just in your face constantly. Back flipping, kicking around, primary lotusing, gate 1, gate 2, gate 3, drinking some sake, taking some medicine, taking off his ankle weights. Like, it's all heat, man. He's not here to have a conversation, tell you a swing set story. That's why usually a Naruto fight is not in my ranking. I always take a Sasuke fight over Naruto fights because Sasuke has a lot more weapons in his arsenal, right? Even though Lee doesn't, again, there's Lee who's constantly in your face. You don't have a moment to rest. And there's Sasuke who's just whipping out technique after technique after technique. And he was being set up from the beginning of the fight and you never even knew it, you know? So that's why, in my opinion, I like Big Mom's fight more than Big Mom's fight so much. It was a lot. It was Big Mom, Prometheus, I don't know everyone's name. Mad people that she had with her. Law and Kid out here. Yo, this dude Law was fucking Pebbles. I'm like, what the hell are he doing, right? And then he switches spots with the Pebbles. Like, of course, bruh. You don't know which direction he's at because he flicked like 5 of them. Like he the 4th Hokage. And now he's all over the place, man. So that fight was fantastic. There's no hate in other characters. My wife is a big Zoro fan, so she's always hyping him up. And it's not hate. It's like that. I don't know, man. That's your hype. I don't know, man. But I feel that I'm being objective in my interests and what I actually like, and it's always consistent. But I do admit, even though I just said I'm objective, when you'll hype things up for me, and it's never gonna stop. It's just the way the internet is. I generally don't follow the hype because I'm a contrarian person. Where everyone else is flocking, I tend to go a different direction. So that's my thoughts. I'm not trying to put an argument. That's why there's gonna be some moments where it sounds like I'm contradicting myself. But I made sure I put out my true emotions so you guys know how I think and how I feel. And it's nothing but love, man. Don't feel that when I respond to comments in 2023 that I think I said something wrong in the beginning. That anyways, I can't take remarks. Much love, guys. Oh, I'm active on Twitter, active on Instagram. Make sure y'all check that out.